Lord Rick of the Paranormal Ghost Society. Ahead of us, you can see those snow-covered spires. They're volcanic spires, and they're called the Sierra Buttes. A lot of mining, at least 100 mines surrounded these buttes. A lot of tunnels connected to these mines inside the mountain itself. We are heading to a place called Sierra City. Founded in 1850, destroyed by multiple avalanches from 1850 to 1911. The town was moved once or twice. In 1853, an avalanche struck the town, and it was abandoned until 1858. We're following the Yuba River. It's the life force of water in the area. The river is always flowing all year round. Multiple creeks pour into it. I mean, there's 50 lakes out here. About each lake has their own creek. So if there's 50 lakes, there's probably 50 creeks. Some of them interconnect, you know. Below those buttes is the town of Sierra City. And so I wanted to have Tammy film this. The snow seems to be at higher elevations because I wanted you to see what it's like. Today we've hit Tahoe National Forest, Sierra National Forest, Plumas National Forest, and even Lassa National Forest, just on this scenic loop. This area is Bigfoot country. More sightings in this area almost than anywhere else in California. And you can see why. If you were to go up any of these mountains into the woods, for miles, the most remote parts, you probably would have a Bigfoot track or a Bigfoot sighting, more than likely. And I like when there's snow, and if I can get to some lakes today, I can check for tracks. I came up here to check a couple cemeteries, historic sites, an old mill. I might do a little sledding. Hopefully get back to a couple lakes where I can walk around, get a nice river hike. Things like that. Just a simple day. Share the scenery, share the beauty. And we're gonna pull in the Sierra in about 2 miles. Like I said, it's below the buttes. Very scenic. And there's a lot of mines, believe it or not, along Yuba River. There's mines starting now, all the way up the hillsides, all the way to the top of some of these mountains and hills you see in the video. And the mines brought in 30 million altogether. Some mining went on all the way in the 1970s, 1980s. And you can go in these tunnels and explore them, but today we're not really doing any mines. We're doing mill, just to show you one of the historic mills to go along, one of the main mills to go along with Sierra City, so you can kind of get a feel of what the area was like back in the 1800s. I just wanted to say, these curves that you see are part of Deadman's curves. About 6 miles back, it was curve after curve, winding roads up and down, and it was crazy. You had to take them 25 miles an hour. Now the curves are a little wider and longer, so I can speed up a little and go around them. Back there had to be at least 50 curves. Pacific Crest Trail. We're almost in town. This is a good parking area. The trail, actually, you can see the trail. Amazing. There's cliffs to my left, which you cannot see because Tammy's filming. But I will come back. That's Leans Road. I'll come back to get a few pictures of that later. All these dirt roads lead to lakes, campgrounds, primitive camping, creeks, rivers, mountain trails. But the Pacific Crest Trail travels hundreds and hundreds of miles, starting almost at Mexico and ending up in Canada almost. And you can hike the whole Sierras on that trail, and it'll cross highways, byways. I can see we're almost in town, because this must be the Kentucky Mill and Mine up here. Road Narrows. Oh, yeah. That's because we're almost in town. Here's a National Forest sign. Yuba River Inn. That's Wild Plum. Very historic. You have to understand it went from mining, and in the 1900s it became tourism. There's hot springs in the area, lodges, hotels. We're going to be heading downtown. Try to get any historic sites. I'll go slow. Like that. The house. This is downtown. And I'll take it nice and slow so you can kind of see. All these buildings, this schoolhouse, 1880. All these buildings that you see, a lot of them, are from the 1800s. So keep that in mind. This stone wall, that's part of the original town. What we're going to do is we're going to go another half mile up and go down the cemetery road. This wood building, probably 1800s. The wood's probably been replaced, but the doors on it, 1800s. You can tell by the carpentry. This is one of the most preserved semi-ghost towns in this region of California. There's a lot of walls. You can see a lot of walls all along the edge of town. Buttes Resort. This brick building's from the 1800s, later 1800s. There's the fire department. There's the Red Moose, which, by the way, is closed. That's an old tavern. They got the moose head up there. And our cemetery road will be coming up. These are all old buildings. Very quaint, very friendly town. This town really relies on tourism. And if it does not have tourism, I don't know if this is a cemetery road. Let's see. Yep. This is the road to the cemetery. And I'll show you guys. Because the cemetery, I think I see right ahead. But we're going to go uphill. We're going to walk downtown real quick, too, and get some pictures. But I'll start at the cemetery since it's one of the main parts of town. You don't want to take Butte Avenue unless you want to go back to some mines. But here's a historic home. A lot of stonework, cobblestones. And this is the cemetery. I don't know where I'm going to be able to park. To your right is... the gates are open. This is a really old pioneer cemetery. And I want to give you guys something you're going to enjoy. That's why I'm taking you to this cemetery. It's very historic and beautiful. I'm out of here. I'll be back with some pictures, a video of the cemetery. Peace out. This is Lord Rick.